Namo tassa bhagavato arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahatu samma sambuddhassa. May Triple Gem bless you all. You know, this is Visuddhimagga, and now we are in the Anusati meditation. This is the Ānāpānassatikathā meditation subject for the mindfulness of the breathing. So now we just went to Vesali Sutta. In the beginning, you can remember sometimes Vesali Sutta as well as the Ānāpānassati Sutta, according to the Buddha preach. We just went through and then we actually discuss how to practice Ānāpānassati meditation up to the fourth jhana, but not so detailed, because detail is coming in near future. And how to practice real vipassana up to the Nibbana with the Arahant path knowledge, according to the four foundation of mindfulness: Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, and Dhammanupassana. So that's very important. And now, according to that sutta, especially Vesali Sutta here mentioned in the beginning, at the beginning, and it is same as the Ānāpānassati Sutta. That's why I compared that. And now, this Venerable Buddhaghosa Mahathera, our ancient great teacher, he every words of that sutta, word by word explained, as taught by the Buddha, according to the previous Attakatha, especially to the Mahattakatha in Sri Lanka. It was in Sri Lanka, and according to the Mahattakatha, he explained everything, every words of this meditation, of this Visuddhimagga. According to the Ānāpānassati Sutta and the Vesali Sutta, the term of every term. Now we came across to Aranya Gatoa, Rukamula Gatoa, like explanation. Let's see how he explained this according to the Tipitaka. So it's very important. He every time quoted, cited some suttas in the Tipitaka. So that's very important. So let's go to the number 218, and it says Tatha Aranya Gatoti. Now you know Aranya Gatoa, Rukamula Gatoa, Sunyagara Gatoa, like using those terms, Buddha expounded this Dhamma Desana. So he explained according to the Tipitaka in this way. Tatha Aranya Gatoti Aranyanti. Now Aranyanti Nikamitva Bahu Indakila Sabbamitang Aranyanti Vibhanga 529 and Aranyakang Nama Senasanang Pancha Dhanusatikang Pachimanti, according to the Parajika Pali, Evang Gutta Lakkanesu Aranyesu Yankinchi Paviveka Sukang Aranyangato. So now actually here it mentioned that according to the Abhidhamma, the Vibhanga means the Abhidhamma. According to the Abhidhamma, the Aranya is another definition. And according to the Vinaya mean, you know, the disciplinary code. According to the disciplinary code explanation, the definition of the Aranya or the forest is different. Different mean, but ultimately they come to a same thing. But the word and the phrase is different. That's the thing. So let's go to the first definition of according to the Abhidhamma. Vibhanga mean according to the Abhidhamma. So Aranyanti, the Aranyam, that means the forest refers to, or forest meaning Nikkamitva Bahi Indakila. Nikkamitva, gone to the forest, that means Aranyagato means gone to the forest. Herein is gone to any kind of forest, nikkamitva bahe inda kila. Actually, bahe inda kila. And then you can see at the beginning, at the end of the sentences, evam buddha lakkanesu aranyesu yankinchi paviveka sukhang aranya gato. Aranyam gato. Paviveka sukhang means bliss of seclusion. Paviveka means seclusion. And the sukha means the bliss. So the bliss of seclusion. So, and then now it's gone to any kind of forest, possessing the bliss of seclusion, because that is very important. Bliss of seclusion to you to attain and the jhana. Among the kind of forest characterized in this way, utta lakkanesu aranyesu, among the characteristic, among the kind of forest characterized in this way. So the first definition. So the first definition according to the Abhidhamma to the forest is the nikkamitva bahe inda kila sabbametang aranyanti. Having gone out beyond the boundary forest, you know, in the ancient, even in nowadays also, if you make a city or the town, you can put the boundary post. That is what is called in the kila. In the Pali, that is what's called in the kila, boundary post. So having gone out beyond the boundary post, all the area, that is the forest, according to the Abhidhamma, right? And then that is the according to the Abhidhamma. Then let's go aranyakang nama senasanang pancha dhanusatikang pachimanti. That is according to the Vinaya, right? According to the Sutta, or we can say according to the Sutta method, because Abhidhamma and Sutta also. Then the second definition, the forest abode, right? Aranyakang nama senasanang. Aranyakam, nama senasanang pancha dhanusatikang pachimam. Now, forest abode is 500 pancha dhanu mean, you know, bow, bow, you know, bow and the arrow, bow and the arrow. So this, therefore, forest abode is 500 bow length distance from the last house of the village. This is from the last house of the village. If you count up, if you reckon 500 bow length distance, so then from the last house of the village, and then you can say that is aranya, or that is the forest. Forest, you to go there and meditate. Okay. Now that's the according to the Sutta method, and then but these are actually according to the you can see now like in the kila is maybe in the kila or the boundary post, maybe in the village also, but sometimes usually it is in the town, in the kila. So therefore according to the town, and then or the city, and according to the village, they have given the definition. So that's the meaning. So don't be very two definitions, because according to the town and the village, and that is the so therefore again I will tell, gone to the forest meaning is gone to any kind of forest possessing the bliss of seclusion. Among the kind of forest characterized as the first definition, having gone out beyond the boundary, all that is forest. And the second definition, the forest abode is 500 bow lengths distant from the last house of the village. So that is the second definition. And then gone to the tree, base of the tree or the root of the tree. Rukka mula gatoti rukka samipang gato. Then gone to the root of the tree. Root of a tree is gone to the vicinity of a tree. Gone to the vicinity of a tree. So, but here Tika says this vicinity according to the Tika. Let's see the Tika, that is very important. And Tika 218, right? Tika, it says, Here, Rukka Samipanti Yavata Majjanige Kale Samanta Chaya Parati Nivate Pannani Patanti Ettavata Rukkamulanti Vuchititi Evam Vuttas Vuttan Rukkas Samipatana. What is this Rukka Samipang? We, having gone to a vicinity of the tree means Yavata Majjanike Kale. Majjanike Kale means, as far as the tree Majjanike Kale mean actually during the noon. During the noon. So the as far as Yavata mean as far as the tree spread out its shadow all around during the noon. During the noon, and the Chaya Parati and Nivate Pannani Patanti. Vate mean the wind. Nivate mean without wind. So then Pannani mean the leaves. So its leaves fall when there is no wind. So when there is no wind, that tree leaves tree leaves fall. Then that is ettavata rukkamulanti uchyate. That is the good root of the tree. So to that extent, it is called the root of the tree. So why this nivate pannani patanti mean if the actually if the wind comes and it leaves the old or it make to falls all the leaves, what happened then the meditator will get some discomfort because then the sun rays directly comes to his body, and then it is not the benefit. So that is therefore if the tree this tree doesn't fall its leaves, there is no wind. Sorry. Its leaves fall when there is no wind, and when the wind comes, that means it should be very perfect to not to fall the leaves, because otherwise you may get discomfort. So that is the rukkamula. That means you need to shadow, and you need always you need um, leaves of the tree, and that leaves should be fallen naturally. That's the meaning. So that is the tree should be like that. Otherwise, it is not suitable to the meditation. Okay, so that is the explanation of the tika, and then empty place. Then okay, now let's move to again to the Atthakatha. Sunyangara gatoti sunyang vivitto kasangato. What is the gone to an empty place mean? Gone to an empty sunyang vivitto kasa means secluded place. Gone to an empty place, gone to an secluded place. So that is the sunyagara. Sunyagara. It says ettacha tapetva aranyan cha rukkamulancha avasesa sattavida senasana gatopi sunyakara gatoti vattung vattati. Now you have 9 kind of abodes, meditation abode, 9 kind of meditation abode. The first one is the forest. The other one is the base of the tree or root of the tree. Such kind of tree I mentioned according to the Tika. And the other 7 kind of senasana you have. 7 kind of senasana mean actually they say in this way according to the Atthakatha is Pabbatang, Kandarang, Giriguhang, Susanang, Vanapatang, Abokasang, Palalapunjang. Those are the other 7 kind of thing. If you go to the Tika, it says, and such kind of abode, meditation abode, you can regard as that is the Sunyagar. Okay, that means here it says without considering, we can say that gone to the empty place, and then gone to the secluded place, Vivitokasa or Sunyagara, that means empty place, without considering the forest and the root of the tree, the other suitable 7 kind of resting places. Here, actually, they are likely to be fair enough to maintain um, those are likely to be fair enough to um, consider as empty place, Sunyagara. Sunyagara. So then let's go to the Attakatha again. Sorry, Tika. What is this 7 kind of thing? You can see Avasesa Sattavida Senasananti. So other rest of 7 kind of meditation abodes are the Pabbatang. Pabbatang mean the Pabbatang mean the mountain or the rock, and the other one is Pabbatang Kandaram. Kandaram mean small cave on the slope of the mountain. So you can see sometimes slope of the mountain. You can see some like a small cave. What is called? It is called. Sometimes you may hear this word, grot, grotto, grotto, or something like that. So Kandara, and then Giriguha. The other one is Giriguha. Giriguha means mountain cave or cleft, mountain cave or cleft. And other one is Susana. Susana is the cemetery, channel ground or a graveyard or something like that. Vanapattam. And the other one is the Vanapatta. Vanapatta. Vanapatta mean actually, Vanapatta mean the abodes far away from the forest. Now you have forest, and far away from the forest also, that if you have some suitable place, that is the Vanapatta. Vanapatta. And the other one is Abhokas. Abhokas mean open space. And the Palala Punja, Palala is the straw. Punja mean the heap of. So therefore, the heap of straw. Heap of straw also you can use as a meditation abode. So according to the Buddha's teaching, Buddha recommended those things. So therefore, those are the 9 kinds of abode Sunyagara. You have 7 kind of Sunyagara, and Aranya as well as the other Rukamula, all together 9 kind of resting place to meditation. Okay, and then let's go to the another paragraph. Evamasa ututtayanukulang dahatu charyanukulancha ānāpānassati bhavanānurūpaṃ senasanam upadisitva alinanuddhacha pakikam santang iriyapatang upadisanto nisidati iti aha. Now the term nisidati. Now what is the nisidati? That means so the Buddha has pointed out now, Upadisita means pointed out or indicated, Buddha has indicated an abode that is fit to the 3 seasons. Ututtayanukula. Ututtaya anukula means ututtaya. Ututtaya means 3 seasons. Anukula means it is fit for the 3 seasons to the meditator, and that is fit to the dhatu charya anukula. That is dhatu and charya. That is fit to the disposition or the character of the meditator, and it's fit according to the excess of elements. So excess of elements mean, sometimes you have bilious excess, right? Excess of that means you sometimes you may hear according to the like Ayurvedic medication also. Sometimes you may hear in Simha, that means phlegmatic humor. And sometimes you may hear pitta dhatu, Pali, right? According to the Pali, pitta dhatu means the bilious humor. And vata dhatu means wind humor. So those kind of humors or the moods um, according to these three also, Buddha mentioned kind of Sunyagara or the sorry, these kind of three thing mean it should be according to those three according to the three season, and then according to the character of the meditator, or the disposition of the meditator, or the excess of elements. According to that, Buddha has given the term Nisidati, sits down in this way. What is the way? So, uh, uh, including those three things. Actually, so therefore, Ānāpānassati bhavanānu rūpaṃ sēnāsanam upadisita. And Buddha pointed out the favorable, now though that is favorable to the development of mindfulness of the breathing meditation. And then the blessed one said, therefore, the verb, that is the verb, right? This is the verb, sits down, pointing out a posture that is quite peaceful and important. Actually, here, the very important thing is that is peaceful. Peaceful mean, santang iriyapatang. That should be peaceful, because this, that is the cross leg, according to the Buddha's teaching, that is the cross leg position. So this cross leg position is, that should be very peaceful. If you sit cross leg comfortable, that's very quite peaceful. And here, the most important thing is it tends neither to the idleness, alina. Alina means it tends neither to the idleness and uddacha pakkika. Uddacha means the restlessness or the agitation. So the very important thing is it tends neither to the idleness nor to the agitation. So that's very important. Because of that reason, Buddha mentioned nisidati. Nisidati means you want to sit. While, for example, it says in this, when we go to the, let's go later on, let's go to the Tika. And here, when you sit comfortable with the cross leg especially, and it's very suitable to you, because your mind mind is very calm when you focus the object. And let's say, like, you are now walking meditation on the walking path, and then you can see everything mean the walking path also you can see. And then your mind is not so powerful to maintain the mindfulness towards the object while walking. And while while standing also, it's not suitable, because you may feel some difficulties. So therefore, the most, and the other one is lying down. Lying down will lead to some kind of idleness, or laziness, sleepiness, like that. So therefore, what is the most suitable position? That is the sitting down position with the cross leg. So therefore, Buddha mentioned nisidati, with the word nisidati. So therefore, according to this is according to Dhatu Charyanukulam, favorable. It is according to the excess of elements, and then according to the character of the meditator, and according to the three seasons. So keep it in mind those three. Considering those three, Buddha mentioned, because and this Nisidati posture is very peaceful, as well as it tends neither to the idleness and no to the agitation. So that is also very important, because Buddha, every minor points also, nuances, Buddha considered to the meditator, because he did like that. Okay, now let's see the Tika. Ututteyanukulam. Ututteyanukulam Dhatu Charyanukulanti Gimhadi Ututteyassa Simhadi Dhatuteyassa. Okay, let's see. That's very important point there. Ututteyanukulam Dhatu Charyanukulam means it's fit to the three season, and it fits to the disposition or the character of the meditator, because and if it's fit according to the excess of elements also. Excess of elements mean here, the element pitta or the bile acid, and then semha, phlegm, and wind. Those are the elements, right? Three elements. Three elements mean here not the actually wind element, and then semha and the pitta are the apo elements, vada element. So but vada element again has two, phlegm and the bile acid. So then according to that, so let's see, and it says in this way in the moha, okay, and then mohadi chariyat chariyat yassa cha anukula. Mohadi chariyatayassa cha anukulam. Then that means actually this is the term, the other, the disposition of the meditator or the character of the meditator is maybe he may be a lustful character, or he may be ill will character, or anger character, or sometimes he may be delusion or the ignorance character. So according to that, Buddha mentioned what the suitable position to meditation. Tatahi gimhana kalecha aranyang anukula. It says in this way. In the case of gimhana mean, hot season, and hemanta mean the winter season, and or the cold season, and the other season is the rainy season. That is the Vasana, Hemanta, and Gimhana. According to the Buddha's teaching or the Pali language, hot season is the Gimhana, winter season is the Hemanta, and the rainy season is the Vasana. So, according to those three seasons, it says in this way. The fitness of the abodes according to the three main character, so then here it says in the hot season, or we can say summer, right? Summer forest is fit to the meditator. Gimmana kalecha aranyang anukula. Hemante rukkamulang. In the case of cold season, winter season, so the base of the tree is suitable. And Vassakale Sunyagarang. And in the case of rainy season, you can go outside to practice meditation, because every time it rains. So therefore, empty place means Sunyagara is fit in rainy season. This explanation is very important, so therefore I moved there. And it says, Semma Dhatukasa. Now three kinds of humors or the mood, three kinds of humors. So Semma Dhatuka means phlegmatic humor, right? Phlegmatic humor. That means the meditators phlegm is in excess. That's the meaning. If the bile acid in excess, then pitta dhatukas. Or we can say bilious humor. Sometimes we can say choleric humor, bilious humor, and vata dhatukas, wind humor. So then, for example, now it says semma pakatikas aranyang. Sorry. Semha dhatukasa, semha pakatikasa aranyang. Same meaning. Semha dhatuka mean, semha pakatikasa mean it is the phlegmatic humor. Phlegmatic humor. To the phlegmatic humor, it says the forest is befit, right? And it says pitta dhatukasa rukkamulang. So for a bilious humor, root of the tree is fit, and again, dhatu, vata dhatukasa sunyagarang anukulang for a meditator who is in excess with the wind or excess wind element, so wind humor, we can say. And so for those kind of meditator, empty place are suitable. Moha charitasa, now according to the charita or the character or the disposition, moha charitasa aranyam, for the to a delusion meditator, delusion character, forest is fit. Dosa charitasa rukkamulang, raga charitasa sunyagaran anukulang. Then to the anger character, fruit of a tree is fit. And to the greedy character, empty place is fit. So keep in mind, those are very important. But sometimes we may, sometimes maybe little difference could be there. And other one is Alinanudda cha Pakkika. Pakkika. Alina Anuddacha. Anuddacha Pakkika. Alina mean idle, non-idleness, no idleness. And Anuddacha Pakkika mean no agitation, right? What is the meaning? Asankocha Vikepa Pakkika. What is the meaning here? It tends, that means Alinanudda Uddacha Pakkikang mean it tends neither to idleness nor to agitation, restlessness. Agitation means restlessness. Means it's most likely loyal to non-shrinking, non-distraction of the mind. Non-shrinking and non-distraction of the mind. So what is the non-shrinking mean? That is the alina, no idleness, right? No idleness. And non-distraction mean no agitation. That is the meaning. Sayanang hi kosajja pakkikang. Buddha said that if you take the lying down position, right? Lying down position to the as a meditation posture, so it leads to kosajja pakkikang. It tends to the like habitual indolence, right? Habitual indolence, or it leads to the idleness. So lying down posture indeed leads to the idleness. Thana chankamanati uddacha pakkikana. If you are in the thana means sitting position, standing position, and chankamana mean the walking. If you are walking, so that leads to uddacha pakkikana. That leads to the restlessness of the mind, because you can see something and you are walking and you are standing like so therefore standing and walking posture tends to agitation. So therefore Buddha mentioned the sitting posture, nisidati, the sitting posture. So therefore not like that. Na evang nisajja, na evang nisajja, the sitting position is not like that. Tato evassa santata, and then it is very peaceful. Okay, and now let's go to again to the now you know, because based on that Buddha mentioned the nisidati word. Now atassa nisajjaya dalhabhavang asas passanam pavattana sukatang aramana pariggahu payancha dasinto pallankang abhujitwati adimaha. And then Buddha said that having folded cross leg, pallankang abhujitva means having tied on cross leg, right? Having folded cross leg, showing the firmness in the sitting position. Nisajjaya dalha bhavan dasinto, then it showing the firmness in the sitting position. And actually easy pavattana sukatang. Sukha means now easy occurrence of the in breath and out breath. Asasa passasana easy pavattana sukatang. That means easy occurrence of the in-breath and out-breath. In-breath and out-breath, because when you sit down, your lung, your back is straight, and the lung is also the working well. So therefore, you can say it is easy occurrence of in-breath and out-breath. And again, this sitting position is actually, it is well firm position. So therefore, Buddha mentioned Pallankang Abhujitva, I think. Pallankang Abhujitva means having folded cross leg. And Tatta Pallankanti Samantato Urubandasana. And what is the other thing is, here it says Aramana Parigaha Upayang. Again, the another term I couldn't mention. Aramana Parigaha Upayancha Dasento. Three thing Buddha here showing three important. Aramana Parigaha Upayan. That means the means upaya, means for discerning the object also. The means for the discerning object also, it's very easy when you sit down. And tatta pallankanti samantato urubandhasanam. Then the cross leg, cross leg means it is the sitting position within with the thighs fully locked, urubandhasanam. Thighs fully locked, urubandha. Because then you know, if you have sit many time with this position, that position is very peaceful. So then sitting position with the thighs fully locked in this position, because thigh is not moving. That's very important. And again, abhujitvati banditva. What's the meaning of abhujitva? Mean having folded, means tied on, means having fastened by a leg themselves, right? Abhujitvati banditva. Ujung panidayati. What is the ujung panidayati? That means set his body erect. Ujung that means uparima sarirang ujung tapetva. It says meditator places the upper part of the body erect and arrange the attarasa pitti kantake kotya koting patipadetva. Now you know attarasa pitti kantake mean, attarasa mean 18 kinds of pitti kantaka, vertebrae. 18 kinds of, you have backbones, right? 18 kinds of backbone you have. So then the 18 backbones end to end arranging the 18 kinds of backbone end to end. Kotya koti means end to end arranging, well arranging. So therefore you are very comfortable and at that position. And then easy to focus your object of the in-breath, out-breath, and the touch point. Evam hi nisidantassa chamma mansa naharoni na panamanti. Panamanti means, bends, inclines, like meaning. Also bows down and then worships also panamanti meaning. So that means here bends. We need to take the bends meaning. Evam hi nisidasa chamma mansa naharoni na panamanti. And because Buddha knows that if I commended the kind of sitting position, then when the meditator who is sitting like that, his skin, chamma, and the mansa flesh and the sinews or the tendon, mansa naharu, right? Naharu na panamanti. They are not bent or not inclined or not twisted. So therefore, what has happened if you are in this way? Atassa ya tesang panamana pachya kane vedana upajjayum ta na upajjanti. When you sitting like that, the pain or the feeling that would arise moment by moment, kane, right? Arise in moment by moment with the condition of bending of the skin, flesh, and the sinews. Don't arise here. Don't arise here because you are in the good position. So because of that reason also Buddha mentioned this Nisidati word. Tasu anu anup anupajja sorry anupajja manasu chittang ekaggang hoti kammatanang na paripatati buddhing pating upagacchati. Tasu anup anupajjamanasu upajjamana anupajjamana. Upajjamana means arising, anupajjamana means not arising. So not arising means you don't have any pain or something in the skin or muscles or in the tendon. So therefore, then that being so, his mind get concentrated. Tasu anupajjamanasu chittang ekaggang hoti. Mind get concentrated and kammattanana paripatati. And then meditation subject does not go to fall down, ruin. Does not go to ruin, derail. And buddhing pating upagacchati, and attains to growth and increase instead. Buddhing pating. Buddhi means growth and pating means increase. Goes to the development of your meditation. That's the meaning. And then the term parimukang sating upattapetva. What is the parimukang sating upattapetva? Parimukang sating upattapetva means establish mindfulness in front of him. So means, what is the meaning? Kammatana bimukang sating tapetva. That means having placed his mindfulness facing the meditation subject. That is the having faced the mindfulness in the meditator, facing the meditation subject. That is the parimukang sating upattapetva. Athava, another explanation, alternatively, pariti pariggahato, mukanti niyanato, satiti upattanato, tena vucchati parimukang sating ti, evang patisambidayang vuttanayana petha atto dattabbo. Another explanation according to the Patisambhida Patisambhida book, it has been given another explanation. What is that? It says in this, pari mean pariti pariggahato. Pariti pariggahato. It says in the Patisambhida Magga, let's go to Patisambhida Magga later on, but we just take the meaning. Pari has sense of taking off. Pariggahato mean pariggahato mean here, not the like I told atta mean 8 also atta, and the nature of the atta, nature also atta, on the meaning also atta. So here pariggahato mean the meaning, right? Meaning wise, meaning wise, that means being occupied. We can say the object here, the object, right? The object, this pari has the sense of taking off or being occupied, the object like meaning. And the mukha, what is the mukha? Mukhanti niyanato. It says the mukha has the sense of niyana means deliverance, release. Niyanata. It has the sense of kind of sense like deliverance. And the other one is sati iti upattanato. Then the sati has the sense of establishment. So pariti parighato. Pari mean it has the sense of taking off the object. And mukha mean in the sense of it has the sense of deliverance towards the nibbana, right? And then sati means sati has the sense of establishment. That is the upattanato. Tena vucchati parimukang sating upattapetta parimukang sating di evang patisambhidayang vuttanayani pietta atto dattabbo. So then you should know the kind of meaning also in the according to the Patisambhida Magga. Tatrayam Sankhepo This is the short explanation. Pariggahita niyanam satin kattvati. Pariggahita niyanam satin kattvati. And then satin katta means the mindfulness, focusing mindfulness. Pariggahita niyana, taking up of the object and deliverance, full deliverance of you. What is the full deliverance of you? If you attain to the nibbana with the arahant path knowledge, that is the deliverance. So then, uh, because this Ānāpānassati meditation, if you practice well up to the fourth jhana, and if you practice using this first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, based on that jhana, if you practice 4 element meditation, especially re-establishing the fourth jhana, and then if you practice after the 4 element meditation, if you practice mentality meditation and the materiality meditation, and then if you practice the cause discerning knowledge, and if you practice the for defining devices like Lakhana de Chaturka, and then you are suitable to practice Vipassana. Vipassana means to discern the phenomena of the Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaya Satya Dhamma as Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. That is the Vipassana. So if you do the Vipassana in this way, if the uh, like if the your panchabala or the five powers and 5 faculties and 7 enlightenment factor is gets matured, then you attain the nibbana with the arahant path knowledge. So therefore, niyanam mean here uh, when you attain to the arahant. Okay, let's move to Patisambhida Magga Takatha. What it says: Pariggahatoti pariggahitat pariggahitatto king pariggahitam niyana. King niyana ānāpānassati samadhiyeva yava arahat magga niyana. What is the meaning? Let's see. That means taking up refers to the sense of being occupied or being taken up. That is the pariggahitatto. And now they ask question: what has been taken up? What has been taken up? Niyana. Niyana is being taken up. So then King Niyana. Niyana means the release or deliverance. Deliverance is taken up. So what is the release? And then King Niyana. What is the release or the deliverance? So that says Ānāpānassati samadhiyeva yava arahata magga niyana. This very Ānāpānassati, or this we can say this very concentration of mindfulness to the breathing meditation up to the arahant path, that is the real release. That is the niyan. That is the release or deliverance. So therefore, tenaha niyanatoti, tenaha niyanatoti. Because of that reason, it is said. It is said like Mukasaddasa jetta vasena sansarato niyanato gutta. Then now, because of mukha, actually, here actually it says mukhanti niyanato. Now, therefore, it is said like in this way. Now they say jetta vasena, no? Jetta vasena sansarato niyanato. Then mukha sadda, or the mukha sound, they actually mukha mean the exit point, outlet. So therefore, it is said in this way: the exit point, or the outlet means in the sense of deliverance. If you have the outlet, you may deliver, or you may get release from some uncomfortable state. So that's the meaning. So then, if you have outlet, you can go, you can release with the through the outlet. So then, the mukha mean here not our mouth. This is the exit point, right? Exit point towards the deliverance, to the release. So because of that reason, it is stated deliverance from the round of rebirth. So sansarato niyanato, deliverance from the round of rebirth, as a this is the jettakatta vasen, as a foremost sense. That means jettaka mean maximum. Jettaka mean, that is the jettaka mean senior. senior mean that mean that is the foremost in the foremost sense. Here it mentioned deliverance from the round of rebirth. So therefore, here it mentioned niyanato. Then another explanations, right? Pariti paragahato mukanti niyanato satiti upatanato. According to this Attakatha of the what called Patisambhida Magga Attakatha, it has actually given the maximum definition. So therefore, let's move to our Attakatha of the Patisambhida called the Visuddhimagga Attakatha again. So their explanation, according to their explanation, we got the meaning here. You know now mukha mean the exit point, that is the deliverance, the point of deliverance. Point of deliverance means from the round of rebirth you want to you want to get the deliverance. And the other thing, from this Ānāpānassati meditation only. So how to attain now? From the Ānāpānassati meditation only can you attain the arahantship? The way I mentioned before, no other way. And you can practice vipassana or the insight knowledge based on the first jhana. You can practice as we discussed in the case of Vesali Sutta or the Ānāpānassati Sutta. You need to enter into the first jhana, and I think you just understand that you can practice vipassana while practicing Ānāpānassati meditation, or like to attaining some preliminary concentration or something like that, and then but you need to go up to the fourth jhana. And if you go to the fourth jhana, you just want to practice for element meditation based on that jhana light, and then materiality meditation, mentality meditation, and then cause relationship discerning of the causal relationship, cause relationship, and then only you can practice vipassana up to the arahantship contemplation. Contemplation up to the arahantship you can practice in this way. So this way of practice, you get the niyana or the release or the deliverance. So according to the Buddha's teaching, practice according to the Buddha's teaching. Otherwise, you are in a dangerous situation, because why? You are getting effort, endeavor to deliver, but never comes. So therefore, this Patisambhida Magga is also very important you to study. And then, okay, so therefore, it says, Tatrayan Sankepo Pariggahita Niyanam Satin Katvat. Pariggahita Niyanam. Pariggahita Niyanam means, now it says, King Pariggahitang Niyanam. King Niyanam Ānāpānassati Samadhi Eva Yava Rahatamagga Niyanam. And they taking off refers to the sense of being occupied or occupied the object, and what has been taken up, the release or the deliverance is being taken up. And this, it says, this very concentration of mindfulness of breathing up to the arahant path is the release, right? Arahant path is the release, taking the nibbana as the object. So this is the way how to practice this Ānāpānassati meditation. So this mukha means the exit point, the outlet towards through the outlets you can get the deliverance, you can get the release. So in this way, also you have explanation according to the Buddha's teaching. Okay, now let's see the number 290. Number 290. Okay, number 219. It says, so Sato Asasati now came into the another paragraph, another explanation point. That is the so Sato Asasati, Sato Pasasati. He mindfully breathes in, he mindfully breathes out. So what is the meaning? So bhikkhu evan nisiditva evancha sating upattapetva tan sating avijahanto sato eva asasati sato pasasati sato kari hoti iti vuttang hoti. Now this bhikkhu or the meditator seated thus, Seated in this way, Buddha mentioned you should sit, right? You should sit and get seated. And established mindfulness thus keeps focusing without abandoning the mindfulness uh, avijahanto, something avijahanto, uh, without abandoning or without releasing the mindfulness. He mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Meditator mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. That is the meaning. Without releasing your object, without focus, without any obstacle towards the to maintain your object, you just want to maintain your mindfulness towards the object without taking any kinds of other objects. So that's the meaning. So therefore, satokari hoti. Satokari hoti iti uttam hoti. Yeah, satokari means he's a work ethic. He's a work ethic in mindfulness, right? Not in according to the office or somewhere. In the mindfulness, in the meditation abode, your mindfulness. Uh, if you are a mindfulness, if you are a mindful meditator, that is what is called satokari, work ethic in mindfulness. Idani yehi akarehi satokari hoti te dassetum digangva assasantoti adimaha. Now, actually, because of that reason, Buddha mentioned if he is work ethic in mindfulness through this way, breathing in long and the like passage is said by the Buddha in order to show the different ways to keep the mindfulness. Different ways to keep the mindfulness. Different ways mean you have long breath, in breath and out breath. You have short breath, in breath and out breath, and then you have whole breath body, in breath, out breath, and then you have a subtle breath body, in breath and out breath. Those are the different kinds of uh, different kinds of keeping different ways of the mindfulness towards the object of in breath, out breath. So therefore, Buddha mentioned the rest of meditation subject. And Vuttang Hetang Patisambhidaya. Again, taking Patisambhida Magga as an example, or cited um, some passage from the Patisambhida Magga, Buddha this Mahatera mentioned in this way. So Patisambhida also it says in this way, so sato asasati, sato pasasati iti etaseva vibhange. Now this etaseva vibhange mean it is not the vibhanga book, right? Vibhange mean disposition, the exposition. Sorry, this is the then in the exposition of the clause above clause itself, it is said in this way. Etaseva mean etaseva vibhange. In the exposition of the above clause, it says in this way. In the Patisambhida Magga. Kattinsaya akarehi satokare hoti digang assasa vasena chittassa ekaggang avikkepang pajanato sati upattita hoti taya satya tena jnanena satokare hoti. Let's see what is the meaning. Kattinsaya akarehi satokare hoti. Kattinsa means sorry, Bhattinsaya, right? Very sorry. Bhattinsaya akarehi. Bhattinsa means 32. 32. Now, meditator is work ethic and in mindfulness regarding this Ānāpānassati meditation subject in 32 ways. Kattinsaya akarehi mean in 32 ways. Actually, this is in Patisambhida Magga, again in the Ānāpānassatikathā 165. It says, because we move to 164 and then the next one is the 65, but it has mentioned here, no need to go there. So then, Bhattinsaya akarehi satokari hoti. And then meditator is work at it in mindfulness regarding this Ānāpānassati meditation in 32 ways. And Digang Assasavasena Chittasa Ekaggatang Avikkepang Pajanato Sati Upattita Hoti. Now, actually the mindfulness is established when mindfulness is established when you keep your mind towards the long breath, and then mind get one pointedness and non-distraction. So if you practice in this way, your mindfulness become established. So that's the meaning. But how you need to know that how you practice in 32 ways. That means you have actually in this Ānāpānassati meditation subject, according to the Buddha's teaching, you have four sets of four, right? Four sets of four. That means Patama Chatuka, the first sets of four. And then Dutiya Chatuka. Patama Chatuka means this is the Patama Chatuka. Okay, and then Dutiya Chatuka also. So this is the Patama Chatuka. Patama Chatuka means Digangva Sasanto, Digangva Sasamiti Pajanati, like that, up to the Pasambayang Kaya Sankarang, Asasisamiti Sikati, Pasambayang Kaya Sankarang, Pasasisamiti Sikati. That is up to the fourth. That means long breath while practicing, while breathing in long. So the meditator understands that I'm breathing in long, and I'm breathing in long, I'm breathing out long. That is the first step. And then while discerning or while practicing short breath, right? Short breath, meditator understands that I breathing long. Sorry, I breathe out short. I breathe in short. So that is the second thing. So in the breathing in long, now establish mindfulness and work at it. So then, therefore, it says in this way, kattinsaya akarehi satokari hoti, and then sati upattita hoti. Sati upattita hoti means mindfulness establish mindfulness and work at it. And then breathing out long, establish mindfulness of the meditators, and then he is work at satokari. And breathing in short also, establish mindfulness and work at it. And breathing out short also, establish mindfulness, work at it. And then while whole breath body, while you practicing uh, the whole breath body, the third step, and breathing in whole breath body, he is established mindfulness and he is work in mindfulness. And whole breath body while breathing out, if you focus whole breath body while breathing out, your mindfulness get established and you are work at. And subtle breath body, if you focus your subtle breath body breathing in, then you are establish your mindfulness and you are work at. And then breathing out of the subtle breath, taking subtle breath or keeping your mindfulness on the subtle breath, so your mindfulness get established and then you are work at it. So satokari and upattita sati, right? Satokari and upattita sati, actually the terms, both terms, establish mindfulness, that is the upattita sati, and work ethic mean that is the satokari. Actually, here, if the Buddha said satokari, and you get some motivation, right? So you are work ethic in mindfulness. So that's why Buddha used those kind of words. And but the same words, upattita sati, establish mindfulness. But Buddha's more than that. Buddha explained you are work ethic. So that means it's very good word. So therefore, uh, it says in Patisambhida Magga, this is the first sets of four. So how many altogether you have? How many? Um, this is now uh, 8. Here 8, right? In the first sets of four, you have 8. And in the second sets of four, if you move to second sets of four, that is the Dutiya Chatuka. Dutiya Chatuka, Piti Patisangvedi Asasisami Tisikati, and while experiencing the joy in the first jhana, right? And that means you are entering into the first jhana, and then you just focus entering into the first jhana, and then you emerging out from the first jhana, you just focus your whole jhana mental process from the mind-adverting consciousness, and then your preliminary consciousness, and then your access consciousness, and then conformity consciousness, and then change of lineage consciousness, and then jhana consciousness, jhana javana. And taking the jhana javana, you just discern your piti mental factor in the jhana mind movement, and then you showing or looking towards the piti mental factor or the joy mental factor. You just want to notice that it's arising and passing away, and this is the impermanent state, impermanence phenomena. And then incessant in therefore those kind of piti mental factor now is oppressed, right? Oppressed by incessant arising and passing away of the phenomena. So therefore, it is dukkha or the suffering. And you can see there is no kind of soul or something like that. So therefore, those piti, that piti is piti is non-self. So non-self phenomena. If you practice in this way as impermanent, piti is impermanent, piti is suffering, piti is non-self, then you will realize Nibbana, right? If your parami is fulfilled, and if you that sapta bhujanga, panchabala, panchendriya matured, then you will realize Nibbana. So this is the way true practice. Practice according to the Buddha's way, then your actually your effort um, uh, not actually go into the water, right? It is well perfect up to the nibbana. So the second thing, sukha patisangvedi asasisamiti sikati. That means when you enter into the first jhana and second jhana, third jhana, you have sukha mental factor. So, and practice as said before, and you will realize nibbana. And then other one is experiencing the mental formation. Mental formation here is the Vedana and the Sanya mental factor. Two kinds of mental factor. Experiencing, you just focus your Sanya mental factor and Vedana mental factor, or the feeling mental factor, and practice Vipassana, right? And then your mindfulness gets established, and your work ethic up to the Nibbana. And this is the sixth. Then the third, Dutiya Chatukka, this is the third line. And then the fourth line, you are tranquilizing the mental formation. And then while you are practicing in this way, you can see the feeling of Sukha Vedana, or the happiness mental factor, feeling mental factor, and the Sanya, or the perception mental factor, getting now tranquilized, right? While practicing tranquilized, then it is very easy to discern this tranquilization of this mental formation, and the two kinds of mental formation. And then if you practice vipassana as I said before, then that is that in that way your mindfulness get established, and your work ethic up to the nibbana, right? So this is the second step of this meditation subject, and that is what's called Dutiya Chatuka in Pali. And here also 8. Now, before 8, you have in the first sets of 4, here 8, and then 16. And then let's move to the third sets of 4. And third sets of 4, this is the Chitta Anupassana. Chitta Patisangvedi Asasi Samiti Sikati, Chitta Patisangvedi Pasasi Samiti Sikati. That means you just enter into the first jhana, and then you just take back or advert your mental process of the first jhana, emerging out, and then you just focus your first jhana mind, because you can see the first jhana mind. Mind is form a pre-runner. Mind is pre-runner, like a dash, right? Like a dash. Mind is pre-runner than the other mental factors. So in that way, you can understand this is the mind, and those are the other mental factors. So in this way practice, you can see then mind is moving towards the object very rapidly than the other mental factor. So then you can realize mind, and you can contemplate them mind as anicca for a long time, dukkha for a long time, and anatta for a long time. And then you are mindful. That means your mindfulness get established, and your work ethic up to the nibbana. So that's the meaning. And then abhippamodayan chittam asasi samiti sikkati, abhippamodayan chittam pasasi samiti sikkati. What is the meaning of there? Abhippamodayan chittam mean now you know your mind, first jhana mind is very with the ecstasy, with the joy, right? Sorry, actually, abhippamodayan mean that now mind is very, with the ecstasy. Mind is with the ecstasy. Now, you just see the mind and practice vipassana up to the nibbana. So you are maintaining your mindfulness, establishing your mindfulness, and then you are vakatik up to the nibbana, like that, right? And then the other one is the focusing the concentrated mind. Then samadhan chittang asasi samiti sikati, that the line. And then focusing the concentrated mind. Now your mind is well concentrated because first jhana mind is well concentrated. So the you're focusing your well concentrated jhana mind and practice vipassana. So then you get establish your mindfulness and your work ethic up to the nibbana. And in the case of out breath also. And then focusing the liberated mind, vimocyan chittang asasi samiti sikkati, vimocyanti chittam pasasi samiti sikkati. What is the meaning? This is the focus in the liberated mind. Liberated mind, that means liberated mind means, in the first jhana, what kind of liberation you have? You liberated from the five hindrances. So in the first jhana, in the case of second jhana, you liberated from the vitaka, and which are initial application and the sustained application. So in the third jhana, you just release from the piti mental factor or the joy mental factor. And in the case of fourth jhana, you just release from the gross sukha vedana or gross happiness mental factor. So kind of liberation, right? Kind of liberation here, not the liberation from the Arahant path knowledge, because path doesn't come up to now. But if you practice in this way as taught by the Buddha, you will realize Nibbana up to the Arahantship, then your work ethic, and you get to establish your mindfulness. That's the meaning, right? So practice according to the Buddha. So, and then let's move to the fourth sets of four. Four sets of four, you can say aniccanupassi asasi samiti sikkati, aniccanupassi pasasi samiti sikkati. This is the aniccanupassana, or the contemplation of the phenomena as anicca, like thing. And viraganupassi asasi samiti sikkati, viraganupassi pasasi samiti sikkati. The fading away of the phenomena, you are breathing in and you practice vipassana, right? And fading away of the phenomena, and you just breathing out, and then you practice vipassana. Actually, while practicing, you don't need to focus your breath, right? You just want to focus your phenomena of the dukkha satchidhamma or the samudaya satchidhamma. For example, here the jhana mind, you enter into the first jhana. First jhana is the dukkha satchidhamma. Why? First jhana, who produced this first jhana? Your five aggregate produced this first jhana. So therefore, five aggregate is not, the jhana mind is nothing. That is the dukkha satchidhamma, or the noble truth of the phenomena of the first noble truth, or the phenomena of the noble truth of suffering. So you just want to practice in this way. So this is the way. And viraganupassi. And but I'm telling to you, you just don't need to focus your in breath and out breath. But because these are very rapid, in breath and out breath, you don't need to practice. You don't need to focus your in breath and out breath. But in breath and out breath automatically they are in the while practicing meditation of this entering into the jhana and entering upon to the emerging out from the jhana. you just want to practice your object only. You just don't need to don't need to focus the in breath and out breath. But according to the Buddha's teaching, but you are breathing, right? You are breathing in, breathing out. But don't need to be worried about that. And then Nirodhanupassiyasasisamiti Nirodhanupassiyasasisamiti mean, Nirodha mean the cessation of the phenomena. Now in the case of phenomena of dukkha satchidhamma or the five aggregates, now those five aggregates are always arise, always passes away. So then this passing away movement is the dissolution. So that is the cessation of phenomena, right? That is temporary. This Nirodhanupasi means not the supramundane. Keep it in mind, this is the still mundane state. And the practice is mundane, but after practice, you will realize Nibbana, that is the supramundane. And the last one, the last sets of four, this is the four sets of four, the last one. Pati Nissagganupasya Sasisamiti Sikati, Pati Nissagganupasya Pasisamiti Sikati. That means actually Pati Nissagganupasya means this is the relinquishment of the phenomena, breathing in, then you get established mindfulness, and then you are work ethic up to the Nibbana. That's the meaning. Because you don't need to uh, you don't need to focus your breath, right? You don't need to focus your breath here. So you are at that time you get your mindfulness established and your work ethic up to the Nibbana. So this is the way you to practice, right? So therefore here also eight thing you need to practice, eight ways, right? 8 ways. So then how many altogether? You have 32 ways, right? Altogether you have 32 ways. And so this is, so how many then? 32 ways you need to practice this Ānāpānassati meditation up to the Nibbana. So therefore that is the kind of explanation in the Atthakatha. Let's move to the Atthakatha again. You can see here again it's a kattinsaya akarehi satokari hoti digang assasa vasena chittasa ekagatan avikepang pajanato sati upattita hoti taya satya tena jnanena satokari hoti. What is the meaning here? When he knows his mind is non-distracted, avikepang means non-distracted and one-pointed. When he knows, when he understands, when the meditator understands, his mind is non-distracted and one-pointed, by means of long breath, asas vasena, by means of long breath, chittasa ekaggatang avikepang, and he understand now his mind is not distracted and his mind is straightforward, one-pointed, and pajanato sati upattita hoti. Now then, mindfulness is established. Sati upattita hoti. Taya satya tena jnanena. And owing to that mindfulness and knowledge, right? Owing to that mindfulness and knowledge, tena satya tena jnanena sato kari hoti. He is a work ethic. He's a work ethic. And Digang Passasa Vasena also same, whatever we discuss according to our slide. Actually now up to the, we can move to up to the Patinissagganupassi Passasa Vasena Chittasa Ekaggatang Avikepang Pajanato Sati Upattita Hoti Tena Satya, Taya Satya Tena Jnanin Satokare Hoti. So then in the, now actually want to explain everything, but I explained there. So no need to go again and again. Then Satokari Hoti mean, you are work ethic at that moment. and your mind get established, right? Mind get established, and this is the way you want to practice your Ānāpānassati meditation. Um, uh, actually, Ānāpānassati meditation up to the arahantship. Okay, now let's move to another kind of maybe 30, maybe can finish. Okay, now let's move to another paragraph, right? Another paragraph. Okay, tatta digangva asasantoti. Then let's move to there. Tatta digangva asasantoti. Okay, digangva asasanto mean when you notice that your breath is long, that is the digangva asasanto. That's the meaning. Okay. Now, tatta digangva asasantoti digangva asasam pavatayanto. Now, what is the meaning of breathing in long breath means while existing long breath, long breath, breathing in a long breath of the meditate, right? Asasam pavatayanto. And assasoti bahinikkaman vato passasoti anto pavisana vatoti vinayattakatayam buddha. And now in the Vinayattakatha, right? In the Vinayattakatha or the Vinaya commentary says in this way. It is pointed out in this way. Asasoti bahinikkaman vato. Asasa refers to the going out, the air going out from the fetus, right? From the okay, going out, air going out, right? And passasa refers to the air coming in. So anto pavisana vato, passasoti anto pavisana vatoti vinayattakatayam utta. And again says Suttanta Attakathasu. In the case of Suttanta commentaries or the Sutta commentaries, Pana Uppatipatiya Agatam. It says in another way around, right? That means Asasa refers to the in-breath, air coming in, and Pasasa refers to the coming out, going out the air. What is the meaning? Actually, this is according to the fetus, right? According to the fetus of the fetus, because fetus, it says in the Vinayattakatha, right? Okay, it has mentioned here. Tatta sabbe sampi gabba seyyakanang matu kuchito nikkamana kale patamang abbantaravato bahinikkamati pacca bahiravato sukuma rajang gahetva abbantarang pavisento talung ahacha nibbhayati evan tava asasa passasa veditabba. Here actually sometimes you may have some question while practicing. Asasa mean Vinayattakatha, it says asasa mean the outgoing air, and passasa mean the incoming air, coming in, the air coming in. But Sutta gives the opposite sense, right? In the opposite sense, the other way around. So actually herein, when any infant comes out from the mother's womb, firstly the air inside lungs goes out. That happened, right? Because of that reason, asasa is air going out, meaning Vinayattakatha said, right? And thereafter, subsequently having mixed with the fine dust, strikes the palate and extinguishes. So because of this, actually, this is the infant. This is with the infant sneezing while delivering from the mother's womb. Therefore, this is the now the firstly inside lung goes out, right? Sorry, inside the lungs, air goes out first, and then air comes in with the infant sneezing. So, because of this reason, Vinayatakathā said that the asasa is going out of air and pasasa is air coming in. But Suttanta method, it says asasa mean the in breath and pasasa mean the out breath. So this is the difference, right? This is the difference. No any kind of the opposite meaning, but this is the meaning. Okay, evan tava asasa pasasa ye vedita bad. Firstly, you should understand the in breath and out. Yapana tesan diga rasata sa adhana vasena veditabba. Now, actually, you know, but their nature of long and short, you should understand with the extent, with the time duration, with the extent. Adhana vasena, I mean, with the extent, with the time duration, you need to understand. Yatahi okas adhanam paritva titang udakang va valikang va Digamudakang, Digavalika, Rasamudakang, Rasavalika, Tibuchati. Evan Chunna Vichunnapi Asasa Passasa, Hatti Sarirecha, Abhisarirecha Tesang, Attabhava Sankatan, Digang Addanang, Sanikang Pureta, Sanikameva Nikamanti. I'll explain this thing because you know now, just as water or sand that occupied and extent of space, the water or sands occupied an extent of space that is called long water, long sand, and short water, short sand, like that. So in the case of elephant bodies and serpent bodies, you know, those are long bodies. These particles of in-breath and out-breath uh, having filled slowly the long body. That means they are lungs are long, so therefore they fill the long body and then slowly fill the slowly and comes out slowly. Therefore it is called long. The long mean time duration is long, because for the the beings, or we can say the animal like elephant and the serpents or the snakes, their lungs are long, or their body is long. So therefore air goes in very slowly, taking time, and coming out of air also uh, with the long time duration. So therefore it is what is called long breath, long, right? And again it says, Tasma digati vuchandi. Sasadinam Sunaka sasadinam atta bhava sankatang rasang adhanam sikang puretva sigameva nikamanti tasma rasati vuchanti. When we consider dog like animal, now air goes into the body, that means lungs, rapidly, and filled rapidly the lungs and comes out rapidly. Then that is why they call short. So long you need to understand that way, and short need to understand in this way. And in the case of human being, what has happened to the human being? So then Manusya Supana Kechi Manusya Supana Kechi Hatti Abhi Adeo via Kaladana Vasena Digang Assa Santicha Passa Santicha. And in the case of human beings, sometimes breath is breathing in and breathing out long, owing to the extent of the time. And like elephant and snake, we just before discussed. And while sometimes breathing in and breathing out short, owing to the extent of time, as dog and the like animal, we just discussed those things. So because of this reason, Tasma tesang kalavasena digamadhana nikkamanta cha pavisanta cha nikkamanta mean going out, pavisanta mean coming in. Te diga ittara madhana nikkamanta cha pavisanta cha te rassati vedi tabba. And the breath, of these, therefore, the breaths and the breaths that travel over a long extent, coming in and going out, to be understood as long long in time, right? Digang adhana, long in time. And the breaths that travel over a little extent, coming in and going out as short in time. So this is the way you to understand your breath, whether it is long or short. So that this explanation actually from the Atakatha, right? From the Atakatha, this Mahatma has taken from the Atakatha, but that is very good to understand. Digang mean the time duration is long. Short mean the time duration is short. That way you can just understand, and then practice meditation. While practicing the long breath and short breath, you never fall into the problem. Tatrayam bhikkhu navaha karehi digang asasanto pasasanto cha digang asasami pasasami iti pajanati. Then again it says nine ways, right? 9 ways. So that means now this bhikkhu knows I breathing in, breathing out long, while while breathing breathing in, breathing out long in 9 ways. What is this 9 ways? Again, want to be understood in 9 ways. And he again it says in this way, and evam pajanato chasa ekena karena kayanupassana satipatthana bhavana sampajjati iti veditappa. And now if you actually the development of foundation of mindfulness, that is the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, right? And the development of the foundation of mindfulness in one aspect, in related with the contemplation of the body as the body, actually get perfect, uh, perfect. Get perfect. You should understand that thing, and this is actually according to the Patisambhida Magga again mentioned this. Um, how you want to practice in 9 ways, right? In 9 ways. This is very important. So this Mahatera applied this explanation according to the Patisambhida Magga, because to the novice meditator, this is very important. So let's move to this explanation here. Kathang. Now, what is the nine ways? That means some novice meditator who can understand in breath properly. This is the first way, right? Some novice meditator who can understand in breath properly, and some can understand the second one. Some can understand out breath perfectly, not in breath, right? Some can notice both in breath and out breath. So this is the third one. So the one meditator can understand in breath only. The second meditator can understand out breath only. The third meditator can understand both of them. And while practicing in this way, there arises desire or zeal of them. In their mind, there arises zeal or desire. So, because of this desire, in breath perfectly, somebody can understand in breath perfectly, somebody can understand out breath perfectly, somebody can understand both perfectly. So, here also three kind of meditators. So, 9 ways mean that's the meaning. Three kind of things. So three, now 6. And the final 3, actually, owing to the rising of joy, or the while practicing in this way with the desire, chanda, right? With the chanda, and there arises ecstasy, early joy, right? Early joy, ecstasy. So ecstasy also in breath perfectly. Sometimes you understand in breath perfectly, sometimes you understand out breath perfectly, sometimes you understand both perfectly. So So in the early joy also three things. And here, the first thing, sometimes you understand in breath, sometimes you understand out breath, sometimes you understand both. If you practice in this way, there arises chanda or the desire or the seal. Sometimes with the seal, you understand in breath perfectly. With the seal, you understand out breath perfectly. With the seal, you understand both of them. So three, now six. And while practicing in this way, there arises early joy, ecstasy. With the ecstasy also, you just uh, you just can understand in breath perfectly, sometimes out breath perfectly, sometimes both of them perfect. So how many altogether? Three, six. Sorry, nine. So this is the 9 ways they explain. This Mahatera explain according to the Patisambhida Magga. So all 9 kind of things. So we just go and yeah. So then Kathan Digang Asasanto Digang Asasamiti Pachana. Now they say how while breathing in long does he know that I breathing long, breathe out long. Kathan, how? Uh, Digang assasang adhana sankate assasati. Digam passasang adhana sankate passasati. Digam assasa passasang adhana sankase assasati pi passasati. What what I explained now here with the terms we will go, right? He breathes in long in breath. He breathes in the first one, right? He breathes in a long in breath, so-called long extent, and he breathes out the second one. He breathes out a long out breath, so-called or reckoned as long extent. So the third one, he breathe in, breathe out a long in breath and out breath, reckoned as long extent. So while practicing in this way, desire arises in him. So then, digang, okay, digang asasa passasang adhana sankate asasatopi passasatopi chando upajjati. And now there arises desire or seal in him. With the seal now, what happened to the meditator? Chanda vasena tato sukumataran digang asasam passasang both, right? Digang asasa passasang adhan sankate asasatipi passasati. That means through this seal or zeal or the desire, he breathes in a long in breath, more subtle than before, right? More subtle than before. And this is the breathe in. And the fifth one is through the seal, he breathes out long out breath, more subtle than before, right? And the other thing, both of them, with the zeal, he breathes in and breathes out a long in breath and out breath, more subtle than before, right? So then there are also three. And Chandavasena, uh, Chandavasena, Tato Sukumataran Digang Asasa Pasasang Adhana Sankati Asasatopi Pasasatopi Pamujang Upajati. While he practices in this way, there arises early joy, that is the ecstasy in him. Pamujang Upajati. Now, Pamuja, while practicing with the Pamuja also, you have three steps. Sometimes you have okay, let's go. Pamujavasena tato sukumataran digang pasasang teyalang digang asas pasasang adan sangkati asa satipi pasasatipi. Now it says through the ecstasy he breathes in a long in breath, more subtle than before, and through the ecstasy he breathes out long out breath, more subtle than before. And through the ecstasy, he breathes in, breathes out, long in breath and out breath, more subtle than before. So this is actually, those are happening to the meditator while practicing. So therefore, everything has being mentioned. Um, so now, Okay. Now, tato sukumatarang digang pamoja wasena tato sukumatarang digang asasa pasasang adana sangkate asasatopi pasasatopi digang asasa pasasa chittang vivattati upekka santati. And now, while practicing in this way, his mind turns away from the long in-breath and out-breath. So, chittang vivattati. Vivattati means asasa. Digang asasa pasasa chittang vivattati. That means while practicing in this way with the pamoja or the ecstasy, right? Uh, uh, his mind turns away from long breath and long out breath and long in breath, right? And again it says equanimity, upekka santati, equanimity is established. Equanimity gets established now. Equanimity means even in long out breath, long in breath, you become equanimous, right? Or in the case of short in breath, short out breath, you become equanimous. So that means you don't get some idleness or agitation. You focusing your breath with equanimous. That is the meaning. Imehi navahi akarehi digang asasapasaso kayo, asasapasasa kayo, upattanam sati, anupassana jnana. Now they say, while now, right now, long breath and short breath, long in breath and out breath, in actually long in breath and out breath, practicing these 9 ways, practicing the here long in breath and long out breath, these 9 ways are the breath body. So it says in this way here, imehi navahi akarehi digang asasa pasasa kayo. What is the breath body? The kayo means not our physical body. Here, according to the Ānāpānassatikathā meditation, this is the breath body. So imehi navahi akarehi. Through these 9 ways, while practicing through these 9 ways, digang asasa pasasa. Now your long in breath and long out breath are considered as the breath body, right? That is the breath body. That is the breath body. Upattanam sati. Now, what is the mindfulness? The breath body is the now the establishment is the mindfulness. So long in breath and long out breath, out of while practicing these 9 ways, the breath body, that is the breath body. That is the breath body. And the establishment of the now if the now the breath body is established, that is the mindfulness, right? And then they say anupassana jnanam. Anupassana means the contemplation. Contemplation is the knowledge. Anupassana jnanam. Kayo upattana. No sati. Sati upattanam cheva saticha. Kayo upattana. Now the breath body is the establishment, but it is not the mindfulness, right? Mindfulness is both establishment and the mindfulness. That they explain in this way. Mindfulness is both establishment as well as the mindfulness. Establishment means the breath body establishment. Your mind establishes towards the breath body. And taya satya tena jnanena tang kayang anupassati. And now, by means of that mindfulness and that knowledge, he contemplates the breath body. Because of that reason, tena vucchati kaye kayanupassana, sati patthana bhavanati. Therefore, it is said, it is called in this way, development of the foundation of mindfulness with regards to the contemplation of the body as body. In this way, it is applicable to the Ānāpānassati meditation here, right? Okay. Esanayo rasapade. Rasapade means a short out breath and in breath also. You same method explain same now same method of explanation applies also in the case of short breath also. But here it says ayang pana viseso. There, this is the difference, right? Yatha etta digang asasang adhana sankate vuttang. Evamid rasang asasang ittara sankate vuttang. Adhana sankate mean the long extent. Ittara sankate mean short extent. So, but this is this difference. While in the former case, that mean long breath, reckoned as an extent. Now it is said that as an extent. Here, short in breath reckoned as little time duration. And then, therefore, actually, ittara sankata means little time extent. Tasma rasavasena yava tena vucchati kaye kayanupassana satipatthana bhavanati tava yoje tapo. So therefore, actually, it must be construed now as short. As far as the phrase like this is why development of foundation of mindfulness with regards to contemplation of body as body, like phrase has been said by the Buddha in this way. But you need to understand both. That means you need to apply to the long breath also, short breath also, the same explanation, but a little difference. That means in the case of long breath, time is long. In the case of short breath, the time is short. Evan ayang adhana vasena ittara vasena cha imehi akarehi asasa passase pajananto digangva asasanto digang asasamiti pajanati teyalang. That means it has been shortened. Rasangva passasanto rasang passasamiti pajanati tiveditapu. And now, actually, now, you know, this is the explanation. Evan ayang adhana vasena ittara vasena cha. That means it should be understand that it is when this bhikkhu knows in breath and out breaths in these 9 ways, right? As a long extent or as a short duration. While breathing in long, he knows I'm breathing in long, like we explained those things, right? And breathing out, breathing in short and breathing out short, he knows that I breathing out short, breathing in short and breathing out short, like passage of the meditation subject. You should understand in this way. And if you practice in this way, evam pajanato chassa, and when the meditator knows thus, then now has been given some stanza. Digo rasocha assaso passaso picha tadiso chattaro vanna vattanti nasikageva bhikkhunoti. This is in Parajika Attakatha. So what is the meaning? Digo cha rasocha assaso. Sorry. Digo cha rasosa assaso cha passaso cha tadiso. That means a long kind of in breath as well as short kind of in breath. Asasa passasopi tadiso. Then there are 4 kinds of breath happen. Chattaro vanna vattanti. Then there are 4 kinds of breaths. 4 kinds of breath mean short in breath, short out breath, long in breath, long out breath. And nasika geva bhikkhunoti. Here you must know this thing. You don't move your mindfulness towards the palate and then the nasal canal, palate and throat and towards the lung like thing. Only you need to maintain your mindfulness on the touch point in the nostril or on the upper lip. So the only nostril of the meditator. Bhikkhuno mean actually only nostril of the bhikkhu, right? So like that, we want to that stanza is very important, because if you move along the breath, your mindfulness, then you never attain jhana. If you maintain your mindfulness only nasikagga, or the tip of the nose, or we can say the nostril, where your touch point is, then if you maintain mindfulness there, you definitely attain to the Ānāpānassati meditation up to the fourth jhana. So this is the explanation there, and then we may not be able to go towards the another paragraph today, and then we just will do the next session, Sabbakaya Patisamvedi Asati Samsikati, like explanation. Dr. Shita.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. What excellent and detailed dive into Ānāpānassati Bhante here.
Okay.
Bhante,
Yeah, this explanation is very excellent. This
yes.
Mahatera's explanation. Yeah. We want to actually, every day, we want to bow down to him with the Buddha Dhamma Sangha.
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah.
Bhante, do we have
Okay.
time for questions?
Yeah, a little time.
Yeah, please raise your hand or post your questions. Bhante, I want to ask in the meantime, so that 32 time, like 32 ways, what Bhagavad was explaining there.
Yeah.
That is up to like like Vipassana also, that's included, right?
Yes. Yes, yes. Because, in the case of 32, the way of the 32 kinds of thing, in the first sets of 4 is the Kaya-anupassana, right? And the second sets of 4 is the Vedana-anupassana. So third sets 4 is the Chitta-anupassana, and the final 4 is the Dhamma-anupassana. So that means you need to practice all 4 from the Kaya-anupassana first. And while practicing in this way, if you can maintain your mindfulness towards the phenomena of dukkha satya dhamma here, especially, right? Because the jhana are the dukkha satya dhamma, not the cause of. Because this jhana produced by your 5 aggregate, not the your past 5 aggregate. So therefore, this is the present 5 aggregate. Jhana means the 5 aggregate. For example, how you can say jhana is the 5 aggregate? Let's say now you are focusing your jhana mind movement, and jhana mind movement, having 4 aggregate. For example, in every mindsets you have Vedana mental factor. Why? It belongs to the Sabbhachitta Sadharana Chetasika, or the 7 universals. So therefore, Vedana is there, or the feeling aggregate. Vedana is the feeling mental factor. So this feeling mental factor is itself is the feeling aggregate. And then you have perception mental factor. So that is the perception aggregate. And then all rest of Chetasika, or the mental factors, are the Sankhara Khanda, or the formation aggregate. And then the rest of thing, the consciousness, your jhana consciousness, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, like jhana, are the consciousness aggregate. So those 4 kinds of aggregate are depending upon the heart base, right? Heart materiality. So heart materiality are the Rupa aggregate, and then all together you have 5 aggregate. So jhana is nothing, 5 aggregate only there. Then these 5 aggregate are in your present life, that is belong to the dukkha satya dhamma, or the noble truth of suffering. So you are practicing now, you now practicing in the case of while practicing this anapana meditation up to the nibbana, in the first sets of you practicing Kaya-anupassana, because you just focus your Rupa aggregate and your Nama aggregate, right? Not like Vedana-anupassana like thing, but you just focus your 5 aggregate and practice Vipassana, and then this is Kaya-anupassana. Because Kaya-anupassana mean you have 3 kind of Kaya, or the group of materiality. Right? The first one is asasa pasasa kaya, the in-breath and out-breath breath body. And then the other one is Rupakaya. Your Rupakalapa is the Rupakaya. And then you have Namakaya, the mental movement or the mind movement is the Namakaya. So then if you practice in Namarupa way or the materiality way or five aggregate way of the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and the fourth jhana, then it is the Kayanupassana. It is the contemplation of the body as the body, ultimate, right? Ultimate sense. And so therefore, this is but before that you must produce up to the fourth jhana. So this Kayanupassana, including jhana attainment and producing jhana and attainment of jhana and then vipassana. And then, but in the case of second sets of four, that this is the Vedananupassana, because Piti, Sukha, like then those are the belong to the Vedana. And then Chitta Patisangvedi, starting with the Chitta Patisangvedi, that means experience in the mind, jhana mind here, and you practice vipassana. And then finally you practice Dhammanupassana, Nirodhanupassi, Aniccanupassi, so on, explanation, according to that explanation. So this is actually Buddha mentioned both Samatha and Vipassana meditation in this Ānāpānassati Sutta as well as the Vesali Sutta. And actually that is why it is called Niyana. Mukhang is the Niyana, right? Mukha means the outlet is the deliverance. So this deliverance is the Arahant path knowledge, taking the Nibbana as the outlet. Okay?
Sadhu, Bhante. I mean, that's so wonderful, Bhante.
Yeah. So Buddha's teaching is so wonderful. You are very lucky to practice according to the Buddha's teaching.
Much gratitude, Bhante.
Yeah.
Bhante, I don't see another hand raised, so I will ask a question. Bhante, in this 9 ways we were discussing, Bhante, here, so here first is like when we just focus our long breath and short breath. Some feels long, and then in breath, some feels long, out breath, some feels both. So that's the first
actually,
right?
Yeah, first 3 mean actually to one kind of meditator, novice meditator also, all 3 can happen. For example, sometimes he can understand in breath perfectly, right? And sometimes he can understand out breath perfect. In breath perfectly, out breath perfectly. Sometimes he can understand both. To the same meditator or 3 kinds of meditator also.
Yeah, even in one sitting, we can experience different.
Of course, yeah.
And then the second is like because of that, the chanda arises, right, Bhante?
Chanda arises in you.
Yes, and then again 3 of those, so total 6. And then because of that chanda, pamoja arises, ecstasy arises. And then this mention here, upekha, Bhante. So upekha is throughout that, or is just after the pamoja arises?
Yes, because of this pamoja, rising of this pamoja, your mindfulness get established, right? Get established, and then you just focus in breath, long breath or short breath. While practicing in this way, in breath or short breath, long breath or short breath, actually you are now, your mind is not now getting towards the idleness or towards the agitation. Because why? You are now perfectly understand the meditation's nature of the meditation, right? So then your mind becomes equanimity automatically. Okay.
Only after this pamoja though, is that?
Yes. Yeah. Pamoja, that means actually pamoja means early piti, early joy. But early joy, for example, in the case of first jhana, you have joy. But now this equanimous mean not the upekka vedana or something like that, right? Or not the tatramanjatata chetasika. Here this upekka mean actually this we can say that is the tatramanjatata chetasika here, or the ever evenness chetasika, we can say. So then that means you, if you understood that this is the long breath, this is the short breath, like that, you are not very idle towards the object, right? And you are not get agitated towards the object, right? So therefore, you maintain your equanimity. Can understand?
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah, you maintain your equanimity towards the object, and then because of that reason, you just attain to the jhana. That means you can see the parikammanimita or the preliminary sign, and then learning sign, as well as the counterpart sign.
Yes,
And then enter into the first jhana, right? If it is says upekha, that is not the fourth jhana. This is the attaining first jhana, because this is to the early meditator, this explanation.
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah. Good. You, yeah. If you do not have question, let's stop.
Yes, Bhante, I do not see any raised hand, Bhante, or nothing in the chat box.
Yeah. So today also I explained this this path of purification, Visuddhimagga, according to the Buddhaghosa Mahathera, our ancient great teacher. And actually, we want to bow down to him based on our Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And because he systematically arranged this book to practice to us towards the Nibbana systematically. So we accumulated all three mean I have given Dhammadesana according to this book and according to the Tipitaka, and the listeners, you listen this Dhammadesana with the good eye, with the all ear, and then actually this Dhammadesana to give this kind of Dhammadesana in this way. Our Dr. Sheetal and Mr. Pankaj in USA, they help much more. And thank you so much for them also. Thank you for having me in this section. And we just share merits in this way all together. Idamme punyang asavakhaya vahanhotu. Idamme punyang Ānāpānassatikathā hotu. Mama punyang bhagang sabbe sattanang bhajemi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bhagang labdhu. Buddha sasanang chiram tithatu. Buddha sasanang chiram tithatu. Buddha sasanang chiram tithatu. Sadhu, sadhu.